Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Orman. This is my first ever playthrough of Ace Attorney Apollo of Justice. I almost every single time say the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I don't know why. Maybe it just sounds good. Maybe it just sounds good. October 8, 1:24 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 6. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this trial is it's another one of those situations where like we're having a trouble finding a decisive truth. You know what I mean? And we're having like I think we have an idea of how the poison happened, but we're gonna have to like dig really deep into this before like we get out of it. Like, you know, just like everything, dwell into the darkness before we see the light. Okay. So where exactly does this leave us, Apollo? Not good. Well, like the thing is, like at least she's not. At least she's not convicted. She was about to be convicted. Well, the Drew Machine was killed. Wasn't the Drew Machine forger, basically? Then who was he? Well, he was actually Vera. Doing her nails. Again, this nail polish stuff, man. So you really made those forgeries? Yes, for father. So it was asked of her. So I wonder when did she start doing this? This is what I actually want to know. Like genuinely, I want to know. I know it was wrong. Could you tell us how it happened? My father was a painter. I loved painting ever since I was a child. One day, father saw it in me. He saw that I had the talent. The talent for making forgeries? How should I say it? It was not only paintings I made. Given the materials, I can make anything. Anything? Father was so proud, and I was so happy. This is difficult, man. Like, you know, because, like, there's nothing that really compares to finally getting approval or something from your parents. It feels good. You know, it's a good feeling to have them, like, you know, reassure you. And to have that constantly every time you do this, it becomes associated with this. But in the end, I was making those forgeries. I've never had a good constitution nor personality. Can I just say this as well? What's kind of crazy is that like usually when people are like, I don't have a good personality, you usually talk to them for like 5 minutes and then like crack that glass, break it open, and then they start talking about themselves in some way. And it's like, oh, you actually do have a fantastic personality. Already in your personality, we see so much in the way you the drawings you do. There's so much in the way you dress. Like there's so much more interesting things about you, and I feel like, you know, putting yourself down like this is never gonna help anybody. I know very little of the world outside my door. Girl, you're better off. Now, because of me, father is... Do you know about this red envelope? Trucy taking initiative. I remember that envelope. It was some time ago. So you were already creating your works back then? I started when I was only 12 years old. So the one who figured out the stamp was poisoned. That was... Mr. Justice, it's time to the courtroom, please. I'm talking to my client. This poor girl, by the way, who has never left her house. So, of course, like, she's probably daunted as crazy. Like, man, this is probably rough for her. Wait, Vera, just one more thing, please. Wait, Vera, just one more thing, please. Those street paintings in the studio. I painted those as part of my work. Right, see, we checked them out and we saw what was underneath. We saw the rough sketch. This is scary. This was terrifying for me. This is like top 3 scary. Man, no, I think it's the scariest moment in Ace Attorney history. For sure. Like to have this happen and knowing the history of it was like freaking terrifying. I see. Mr. Justice. Yes? Father, he knew of you. Of both you, your late father? he was watching, gathering information. All about the Wright and Co. law offices. So he was now investigating us because maybe something to do with 7 years ago. But lately we're not doing just law. Yes, you do tricks, gags to amuse and play piano. Oh, so she knew all of this. Wait, they're not really gags. Bring out Mr. Hat. Yet when father heard you had resumed the legal business, how pleased he was. So he was happy that they resumed? Okay. Okay. Who was Mr. Misham? How am I supposed to know? What if he was Daddy's daddy? You think he was Phoenix's father? Judging from the relative ages involved, I say it's highly unlikely. Is it? 52. 33. No, it's not. It's not even nearly impossible. What? He's 19 years older than him. It's very possible, especially like for someone who's 52 now. It was very common to have a child, and there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. Like, don't ever think that. Like, but it was like extremely common when I was a kid. Like my mother had her first child when she was like that age. You know, most people did. That was a common thing in the world. You have a child, you get married, and that's it. Things are already confusing enough with all these daddies running around. Oh, sorry, I thought that was her for a second. I was like, that's very weird. Things are already very confusing with all these daddies running around. Yeah, we don't need more daddies. Edgeworth doesn't need to come back. We know that the victim's daughter, Vera, was a forger. What does this mean for the case? Guess we're about to find out. October 8th, 1:36 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. I can't get over how good that outfit is. She's like, I have no personality. Girl, we see it in ya. We see it in ya. Court is now back in session. You be nice to this girl, Judge, and I swear to God, like, this is a situation that we need to be more delicate. We need to be. I understand that you liked bullying the 14-year-old last time. We're not having it happen here again. Like, you can see she's clearly distressed. Vera seems pretty tense, yeah. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Perhaps you could begin by telling us how it all worked. How did you set up this Drew Misham forger persona? There's that stare again. She's drilling more holes into his head. So she keeps like looking at Clavier, like, and staring holes at him, but like she's very nervous around everyone else. Does she know Clavier? I know it's hard for you, but hey, he's a handsome guy. Okay, Trucy. Well, honestly, here's the thing, right? Like, if it's well established that people find this dude very handsome, you know what I mean? Like, why would we ever? And he's a handsome guy. Like, we're not gonna lie. Like, he's a handsome dude. So, like, it would make perfect sense that any girl that says they find him handsome would find him handsome, right? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, that's so stupid. But here's the thing. I will just say this. Apollo is more handsome, but Trucy, it's not, you know what I mean? It'd be weird for him to be like, hey, I'm cute, you know what I mean? It's like, of course, everyone finds different people cute. And I feel like Trucy and Apollo are like very sisterly brother relationship for me. What's hard? And that's another very sisterly brotherly thing to do, where a sister goes like, I know it's hard for you to live being so ugly. And she's already told us before, she's trying to iron our freaking hair out, you know what I mean? It's very funny. Well, very well, miss, if you would. Did you really make those detestable forgeries? Perhaps you'd rather answer my question? Were you the one who painted the painting, the remarkably similar one? Yes. She makes me nervous, man, because I don't want her to get any more, like, cause like I feel like she's like not doing well out here, you know what I mean? She's not doing well out here. I painted it, yes. Father praised me quite highly for it.
So, she was the one who made the forgeries.
Yet you do not wish to reveal the truth to the operation. So the victim was a stand-in, a decoy. To the world at large, he was a forger, not her.
I've done a bad thing. I have, haven't I? Yep, you have. But it's not that bad. I've been through so many cases, girl. If you just, what you do is just be completely honest, right? You be completely honest. We will get you immunity. I don't care. I know for some reason, everyone's like, you know, we'll probably like, you ever heard me say last time that I said, that we should let Maki do a little bit of smuggling, and I stand by it. Sometimes I feel like in the grand scheme of things, if someone is murdered, we just forget about the little smaller things, you know, the little forgeries, the smuggling. You know what I mean? Let's just forget about it. You know what I mean? Life's too short. Let's forget about it.
Regardless, we need a little more information.
So just be complete. Actually, you know what? We'll be honest enough so we can just get this, get you off the ear and get you out of this courtroom.
About, for instance, this. You have seen this before, yeah?
Yes. It was in the desk drawer.
Very well, you may proceed with your testimony. Tell us everything you know about this envelope.
The red envelope.
I created the things and Father sold them.
Okay.
This envelope came after my first work. That was other than a painting.
Okay.
Father handled the deal. All of it.
Oh, wow.
I received a stamp that was in the envelope. It was after that job that we moved on to the current studio.
Okay. So there's a lot to unpack here. There's a lot to unpack. In fact, I feel like a lot of it was a little bit vague. Like, if you look at it here, I created things and my father sold them. Isn't so vague, but we could still press it if you wanted to. This envelope came after my first work. That was other than painting. Talk to her about why she received an envelope as a gift. Or, like, why she received the envelopes after her first work and why would she? Father handled the deal, all of it. I feel like that's a little bit more straightforward, but, like, we can still... It's still pressable. I received the stamp that was in the that envelope. You could easily press that. It was after that job that we moved on to the current studio. Another one that, like, it's like, okay, what do you mean you moved on from which studio? I feel like there's a lot of vagueness here.
There certainly was much of a great interest in your testimony.
Not that the witness realizes it.
Very well, please begin the cross-examination.
Right, okay. I need more information about this forger. Yes, exactly. And I feel like everything was very vague. This Drew Misham. Can I say as well, I think that for someone who's, like, inside all the time and only talks to one person, their father, I genuinely think that, like, you know, you would grow to understand someone living with them just, like, inside for 19 years to the point that, like, I feel like barely any words would even need to be spoken between you. You know what I mean? You would have, like, your own communication skills, your own way of doing things. That, like, you know, maybe communication's a bit harder for her now.
I created things and Father sold them.
I guess, yeah, well, let's press everything we can until we get a bite.
So these things you were making, you mean paintings identical to the other paintings, right? The closer they were, the happier Father was.
Right.
I was happy too.
Still, you're quite young now. When did you begin this work?
7 years ago, wasn't it? My first
Painting sold when I was 12.
Yep.
Your Honor, she has no idea what she's doing was illegal.
Shush, Gavin, Mr. Gavin.
Easy there, little attorney. You're not here to defend her crime of forgery.
I'm here to... Here's the thing. I do feel like I have a responsibility to defend my client in all senses. We're not letting her go to jail for this.
True. Please tell us more about this envelope. This envelope that may very well killed your father.
All right.
Okay, so that wasn't a bite. The envelope came after my first work that was other than a painting. Yeah, this is interesting to me. What is she, like... By other than a painting, you mean you'd only do some paintings up to that point?
Yes. But Father had a realization. He noticed my talent extended to making things other than paintings. For instance, a letter someone had written, or a fingerprint left upon a cup, or a signature on a document, a seal upon a letter.
None of this makes her sound very innocent at all.
And the 100,000 promised in this letter was the start. The beginning of a new industry for Drew Misham.
A new industry?
The creation of items to be used in criminal proceedings. Forging evidence, in other words.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we can't let this guy speak. We should object to everything he says. Just for fun. Object as a little treat, you know what I mean, for everybody.
Father handled the deal, all of it. So again, like,
I look at every statement here and every one of them is so vague. Like, they're so vague, there's something behind every one of them. So you didn't know how the things we're making were being used?
I enjoy painting very much.
I think I understand. The Fräulein has lived an unusual little world.
Can I tell us what happened to the papers that were in this envelope? I don't think you could charge someone. This girl, right, has been doing this since she was 12 years old. This has been just her life. I don't think you could charge someone just because they turned 19 and were still doing what they were told to do their entire life in the comfort of their own home. If your whole life inside your home, your parents were telling you to cut up... That's such a crazy... I think I might have to bleep that even. Cut up a certain substance, white substance, and you had to cut it up and put it into bags. And you were doing that since you were 12 years old. All of a sudden, like, when you turn... I don't know, when you turn 18 and the cops come in and go like, get him. And it's like, you never seen the outside world. You don't talk to people. You don't know what's illegal and what's right. Can you really charge that kid? No, you couldn't. You couldn't.
Father signed them and sent them back, I believe.
Did he follow the instructions? Send in the enclosed envelope with enclosed stamp.
Stamp? I'm very posh, aren't I? You have a stamp?
This is rather an important matter. Give your answer some thought.
So still nothing.
I received the stamp that was in the envelope.
There's still nothing to bite onto. What the hell's happening? What do you mean? You received it?
Did I do something wrong?
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
You didn't use that stamp because it was dangerous, correct? Deadly poison on the back? Atroquinine?
A moment here, Forehead. You can't force an answer upon a witness. Now then, perhaps you would tell me, Fräulein Vera, why did you receive this stamp?
Is something wrong?
It was beautiful.
You mean it was one of those commemorative stamps?
Yes, I think it was.
You didn't know about the poison? Okay, here we go. She did not. Okay, she did not. I guess not. Yeah, no, she did not.
So the trap failed by chance, by mistake. Thanks to the commemorative stamp.
Quite the close call.
It was after that job we moved to the current studio.
Okay, this is also interesting to me. Like, what happened to the old studio? You mean you moved to where the current Drew studio is?
Yes, we saw very few people there. I began drawing picture books.
This single job had tied them to the criminal underworld. I think Mr. Misham wished to reduce their visibility.
Oh, so he did that not because he didn't care about people from outside world. He just didn't want to be noticed. That makes sense.
When we had to meet someone for some reason, Father posed as the creator of the work.
So that was the real essence of the artist Drew Misham? You did the work and he supplied the face. Okay, so, okay, I guess it's one of those situations where it's like, okay, press everything. That's fine.
So you really didn't know anything, did you? You had no idea how much danger you were in.
Apparently not.
I do love how she communicates. It's such a cool little trait, you know? About this commemorative stamp, could you tell us more about it?
It was very pretty. And more than that,
Yes?
it was a picture of people I liked at the time.
People you liked? This is something new.
I'm gonna interrupt because I'm gonna get the facts.
Apparently, we've got some cross-examination yet ahead of us. Okay. If you will be so kind as to continue your testimony, Fräulein.
Wait. So it's added something to the testimony? The stamp was a picture of my favorite magician, so I kept it. Well, we know the answer to this. We know who it is. Should we press it and then, go, like, is there anything we... Magicians?
I love mysterious things.
I always have. So Trucy's here. Trucy, you and Trucy get along well. I know you're like not in the same age group. I know I always hate when people did it when I was a kid. You know what I mean? You never say it, but like I remember whenever there was like a family party on, I'd be like 16 and like my grandmother would be like, oh, go upstairs. That's where the boys are. And I'm like, with the boys? I'm like, and it's like a 12-year-old kid. Hey, you playing video games? And I'm like, Yeah? Yeah, so I hate when people do that. You're both girls. You both love magic. You hang out. It's not the way it works. It's just not the way it works. Even though she fainted when she saw Mr. Hat. You're confusing mysterious or freaky. Wait, can I read that line again? Because I think it's better if you read it. Even though she fainted when she saw Mr. Hat. Because like, why did she faint? Yeah, Mr. Hat's not is mysterious.
Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much. See, isn't magic great?
It is. Fine, great, yeah, sure. No need to get all excited.
They have such a brother-sister relationship,
But the magic troupe we just saw disbanded soon after. So we know exactly what this is.
It was quite sad.
Did she just say what I think she said? Magic troupe? Now, where have I heard that before? We know we heard that before. The red envelope came after she completed her first job? That makes it a letter from her client, whoever she wanted the forgery made. Apollo! We're close. We just have to piece things together, the parts. A deadly weapon in a red envelope. And the path it took to Drew Mesham's life. So let's actually, like, can we present something on that again then? That statement with the stamp. Because this is the one that changed. Well, we have the two grammar things, right? So we can start with this. Are these the magicians you were talking about? Your Honor, that statement contradicts his evidence. I don't think it. I wasn't saying it. I wasn't trying to say it contradicted it though. Like I wasn't saying it was a contradiction. I think that's like not very fair what just happened there. Well, no, I made a mistake. Okay, I love Byakuya. I made a mistake. I see the stamp that was in the envelope. It was after the studio. So I think the stamp was a picture of my favorite magicians. So I kept it. Oh, no, this is the new one. Oh, I'm an idiot. No, I pressed it again. I'm an idiot. Okay, that's my bad. I was like, that. Why wouldn't that work? That's the new one. I got confused, guys, because I literally was like, oh, I thought she reiterated the third one. That's just me being dumb. So maybe we try and present it on this one again? Because that's the only thing we can really do to a changed testimony. Let's try it. Yeah. So we're favorite magicians now? Okay. Now, I would say that, like, no, I was going to be like, I would say maybe you should have worked with the other one too. Nah, like, it works on what it works on. You can't just, like, pick and choose, because then the whole thing falls apart then, doesn't it? Those magicians you liked, was it this bunch? I love when he calls them a bunch. Wow. Apollo, they're not a bunch. What? I'm sorry, Trucy, I shouldn't have said that.
I see. Still, I have to wonder. Why include a commemorative stamp like that in a business letter?
Good question. Well, pretty stamps are always better, and you can't beat true Camry. I mean, you would say that, Trucy, for sure. You would say that.
But the whole murder plan was a failure because of it. All right, don't you think, Prosecutor Gavin?
Oh, you sweating? You sweating? You sweating?
Prosecutor Gavin?
Grammary.
What's with Gavin?
Might I ask just one question of the witness? In your testimony just now, you stated this was your first work. That was the other than a painting.
Oh, why is he getting so worked up?
Please tell me, what exactly did you make?
Why are you getting so worked up, my dude? I've never seen you worked up for this long. Can I ask what? No, dude, calm. Answer the question. Calm.
Prosecutor Gavin, you're usually not this one whose volume concerns me. I agree.
Yes, it's all becoming of me. I apologize. But I must know, please, Miss Misham, tell me.
It was a book. A single page in a book.
Dude, yeah, but I feel I feel as though the judge, and I know people are like, just let it go, but I feel like the judge is more biased than usual because, like, remember when, like, we brought in, like, the really, like, conventionally, not conventional, I think conventional, like, whatever you mean, like, the really, like, kind of, like, magically, like, wonderful and delicate girl in the first trial, and he's like, please be delicate with her. But, like, with him, he's like, oh, yeah, shout at this lady who clearly has problems of being outside. You know what I mean? And I do feel it is because the other girl was dressed more, like, in a conventional way, and she was, and I think that's intentional. I think the judge treats people differently intentionally. He always does. I mean, it's always been the case since the trial, like, you know? In every trial. And, again, I would need to reiterate, because, you know, sometimes people forget, it's not me hating on the game. I love this game. It's me always, like, trying to make sense of a character's decisions.
A book? Please be more specific.
It was a handwritten book, like a diary.
What is happening? Clavier, what is happening?
I don't know!
What is happening? Apollo, you look gorgeous.
What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks like he just saw a ghost.
Yeah, it's not like him at all. I downloaded Honkai Star Rail. We're not playing it anytime soon, but I downloaded just like, you know, because I saw it in the store. It was advertising me. I was like, oh, I might as well download it. You know what I mean?
Was there a picture of a silk hat on the back cover? Yes or no?
How did you know?
Yeah, no, he needs to stop annoying her now at this stage. Prosecutor Gavin, the defendant is answering all of your questions. Stop badgering her. I agree. I 100% agree. By the way, it's freaking awesome that we're seeing like a breakdown from him. You know what I mean? That we're seeing this side of him. He's told you nothing, has he?
Your soiled, sullied mentor, nothing.
Sullied? Who?
Phoenix Wright. Who else?
Daddy?
He never told you about the trial 7 years ago.
He didn't say a word about, well, he did say some things about it. Something about forgeries. Something about forgeries.
About he came to lose his attorney badge.
So forgeries, so it has something to do with her. Maybe that's what she forged to get someone like put in prison.
It was a certain piece of evidence that decided his fate, you know. A certain diary.
Oh no, so she did.
On the back it bore the mark of a silk hat.
What? Phoenix Wright tossed out her profession by false evidence, and the forger made that evidence. Is this girl standing right in front of me? Vera, you must tell us. The evidence you made was used in a trial 7 years ago. Who asked Drew Misham, you, to forge that evidence? For all of our sakes, who was it? Oh God, I'm not sure if I want to hear the answer. I'm not sure if I want to hear the answer. Oh, he broke it up there. He broke it up.
We only met once.
Also, him breaking it up after she's been badgered and like for so long, I don't appreciate him. I don't think I'll ever be on the same wavelength as this judge. You know what I mean? Sometimes we are. Sometimes we have a bit of fun. I think it's 20% of the time. You met the client? Well, who was it? Oh no, it was. Don't say it. Just don't say. Okay, we can pause here. We could actually end the game here. We could end the whole series. What do you guys think? What's going on with Vera? Oh my God, my heart is pounding. She's staring at Prosecutor Gavin's face again.
Yes, what? Is there something about me?
I remember clearly. I remember who gave me the book, the diary.
No. Who was it? Vera, wait, what? The flash forward. The devil. The devil? Wait, it's empty. The courtroom's empty. Defendant Vera Misham. Condition unconscious. Examiner's diagnosis acute atrocyanine poisoning. No. Do something about it. This ends the recording of the trial for the murder of Drew. What? What? Vera mission was during the trial poisoned by an unknown assailant. The dosage was under the lethal amount, sparing the defendant's life. She's currently in intensive care, so that's not guilty. And is not the only to deserve for any reason. Oh my god, what the hell? A very simple case at first glance, until it finally began to show its true colors. The long road to the truth takes us to the record of another trial. What are you doing? No, 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 we can't just be, wait, what? In some ways, that was the starting. Oh my god, look at this man. There he is, in all of his glory. I've gotten used to, like, Apollo being, like, this handsome gentleman, you know? What are we doing? Wait, we're gonna see the trial from 7 years ago? Are we gonna see Phoenix's... Who is this? And there's where we must go. Wait, what? We're gonna do the trial? Wait, we're not playing as Phoenix. Oh my god. Oh. She's a baby. She's a wee baby. She's like Pearly. No. I have chills all over. I have chills all over. Save your current progress, maybe. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Continue the next chapter. Yes, please. We need to see what's happening. Are we just... Showdown time? Okay. I lost. Wait, is Vera gonna be okay? It's only a game of poker. Who poisoned Vera? A game I played for a long time. What is oh, I only lost twice. I'm losing it. Who was the first? The man I killed, of course. Well, it seems I found the partner I've been looking for all along. Trucy's dad, over a game of cards. Well, yes, over a game of cards. The music. "7 years ago. 7 years area, the Phoenix Wright's final. What is... No. I need a second. I need a second. I need a second. I have, like, chills all over. April 19, 9:27 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. The music as well. Okay, it's been a long time since I felt like such a rookie. Gotta go try and relax. Good morning, Mr. Enigmar, like enigmatic. We're playing as Phoenix. Holy hell. Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly.
I received files from your previous attorney only yesterday. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure I'm prepared.
Understand. I'm not asking the impossible of you.
Yes, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards.
And that was enough.
Actually wasn't, trust me. Oh my god, no! That's a baby! That's just a baby. Cersei, that's just a baby. The sun has come out. Morning, Daddy.
I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? They picking on you?
I am fine, as always. This old boy is here just to help me after all. That's young man to you.
That's young man to you.
Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on.
Oh, sorry, it's me saying that. Sorry, I was like, why was she saying that to me? Good morning, that's a cute outfit you have on.
Thanks. My first show today, after all. Our first show?
This is why, guys, I'm telling you, right? Even after this, even more than ever, I will murder anyone if they go near her. It's over. I will kill them. Oh, I'm sure it is. What the heck is she talking about? She's doing magic shows, bro.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Not me. Look what he started.
Here.
It seems fate clock will make me wait a longer. At least only less than the 10 swift minutes remain. All those who have supported me in my life's work, I give thanks. Farewell, Magnifi Caramari. What's this?
I don't know. Just got over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair. They said it was really important.
What's this? A memo for you or some such?
Not from the looks of it.
What is this? Looks like a page from someone's diary.
I'll give it a read later. Notebook page added to the court record.
Well, how do you feel about the trial today?
We'll get through with the music, man, somehow. Who's this? That's the victim. Shady. Enigmar. So the victim in this case died after being shot and sent into the hospital. Shadi Enigmar. And that was their master, by the way, who taught him everything. Incidentally, the prosecutor today is a new guy, I hear. An easy win then, yes?
Sorry, an easy win then, yes?
They're calling him the true thoroughbred in the history of the prosecutor's office. Of course, there's one of those every year. Yeah, you know it, man. You fought Godot. You fought Edward. You fought Von Karma. You fought the best of the best. Now, Edward, in terms of being actual lawyers, if you're talking about being actual lawyers, Edgeworth is number one there. We have to admit it. Number two is Godot in terms of just like, and then afterwards we go to talent, right? I do think that like, actually, you know what? I put them about even. I think Von Karma and Godot both gave us like a thorough beating in the trials, like a thorough like destruction. Maybe Godot a tiny bit more, but they both destroyed us. But Edgeworth to me is just like so talented, like, and he's so good and he's so virtuous and like has learned, and he's one of those lawyers that learned so much during the trials that I always think he's just fantastic.
The switching of attorneys just before the trial. I know it's a difficult situation I put you in, but allow me to say one thing, Mr. Wright.
Yes?
They will not be able to pronounce me guilty today. So do your best, but do not worry.
First time a defendant's ever given me a pep speech. I'll do what I can.
I see. You do not understand. You see, it will be impossible for them to declare a verdict.
Impossible?
Yes, isn't that right, Trucy?
Yep, you bet, Daddy.
Oh my god. She's adorable! My first look at the case was only yesterday, and the information I was given was a tad bit lacking, to be honest. Still, I do what I can for their sake.
I believe the curtains will be lifting any time now. I am in your capable hands, Mr. Wright.
My client is Shadi Enigmar, known to the world as Zach Gramarye. There we go. Yes, okay. Yeah, I was wondering what the name change was there. A widely popular magician, the star of the troupe Gramarye. His mentor, Magnifi Gramarye, was a rare breed of magician. He single-handedly ushered a golden age of stage magic, wow, until he was shot dead. And Zach Gramarye is the suspect. April 19th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 7. Jesus Christ.
Court is now in session for the trial of Shadi Enigmar.
Oh my god. We're defending someone as Phoenix. The defense is ready, Your Honor. We haven't done this since what, 2021? Wasn't that was Trials and Tribulations? Was it 2021 or 2022? It might have been 2021 or 2022. This is a much better look for Gavin in my Clavier, I think, if this is Clavier. It's fantastic. It looks awesome. Is the prosecution ready?
I was just thinking, is this what all the fuss is about?
Bit of a buzzkill, really.
Buzzkill? Is this some new kind of crime?
One of the worst. This is a trial, yeah? Where are the sweaty palms, the pounding hearts?
The Gavanier's concert got 10 times the thrill this gig's got, I imagine. Yeah, it is a good look.
Who were you again?
Clavier.
Clavier, so it is Clavier.
I came to get the party started, legally, yeah?
Gavin. Defense attorney Christoph Gavins?
Figures my bro is more famous in this part of town.
Clavier Gavin, lead singer of the mega hit band, the Gaviniers. You're out of your league, rock boy. Oh, and Phoenix is like, this is an interesting side from Phoenix being like overconfident almost. Right?
True, my debut single 13 Years Hard Time for Love went platinum overnight. But that's just a hobby to me compared to this, yeah?
No, dude, you're way more passionate about your, which makes sense, I guess, that is you're way more passionate about your hobby. Talkative, aren't you? I like your affected Euro rock accent, by the way.
I'm just getting warmed up, Air Attorney, right?
So Mohan, who was a former mod of this channel, said that he felt like maybe it was kind of like a Euro rock accent, like a German accent. I guess I was a little bit wrong with the accent, but that's fine. Whenever we're wrong, we say I love Byakuya. I'm just getting warmed up, Air Attorney, right? But we're too late now. We can't change it.
Perhaps you'd see so kind as to fill us in on the case.
Achtung, baby. Time to call the opening act. What was his name again? Ah, yes, Detective Gumshoe! No!
Of course. Of course. Of course he shows up out of nowhere. I was wondering like if what he was doing, and I actually would like to hear more about like what he was doing as the trial goes on. Because like I don't know like if first of all I don't know if we are. I don't know if that's a possibility. But I would like to. Because like he's like he's an important character too, just like many other characters. I'd love to hear from Maya as well. You know what I mean? I'd love to hear from Maya and Gumshoe and Loadcar and Pearl. You know?
Hey, you were the one who called me up here, sir. Name's Dick Gumshoe.
Even the vibes of the court feel different. They feel like we're back in the original trilogy.
I'm a homicide detective down at the precinct.
Detective Gumshoe, long time no see. Phoenix even seems a bit more serious here. He seems so confident compared to when we originally met him.
Hey, you!
Huh? Me?
Today's the day, pal. The day I win and you lose. I got confidence in my testimony today, see?
What? You know, oh, this is right. You normally lack confidence in your testimony?
Air Detective, this is my stage. Can the antics.
Huh?
All this hair Ewing and such. And I could care less about your history together.
Very well, Detective Gumshoe, if you would. Please tell us about the case at hand.
It happened 6 days back in a room at the General Hospital.
Wow.
The facts are simple as they come. Here's the crime scene. The victim was a patient asleep in the hospital bed. The killer comes up and puts a pistol to his forehead and bam, lights out.
There's also a bullet in the clown's head.
Them's the facts.
Not so long ago, the victim Magnifi Gramarye was a famous man. He had the entire country under his magical spell, as it were. Ah, yes, the great magician retired years ago, though.
Say the name Magnifine to my generation, and you'd be lucky to get a blank stare.
Your generation, bro. What are you, like 62? Wait, 7 years ago? Get out of the courtroom! Go do your homework. Leave right now. What are you doing? What are you doing? Get out. People are going to be like, Calvin, well, Trucy's 15 and she's in the courtroom. She's not the main defendant. She's not the main prosecutor. She's not prosecuting. Get out of here.
Yes, though I'm sure youngsters today know his disciples even better. I dare say Troop Gramarye has made quite a name for themselves.
Anyhow, the entire McAfee's been in hospital for the last year. What was it? A malignant tutor or something? Doing something to his liver, I think. Yeah. A malignant tumor, perhaps.
In other words, he had liver cancer, which is pretty serious. He had only 3 months left to live, in fact.
McAfee's chart out of their court record. The music as well, man. This is like crazy. It's crazy.
The facts do seem simple enough, but something's not right.
The victim was already climbing a 3-month stairway to heaven. Why not wait for him to knock on heaven's door? Why shoot him?
It seems very, very like revenge driven, maybe almost like they wanted to kill him. I'll put it quite so lyrically, but it's true. Why make the effort to commit murder when the victim was about to die?
Incidentally, the victim had a serious case of diabetes.
Diabetes?
In fact, he was about to shoot up with insulin. When he was shot with a pistol, the syringe was found at the scene of the crime. Chronic diabetes and cancer.
That is rough.
As much as it pains me to say it, the victim was clearly at the end of his life.
Small syringe added to the court record. Used for administering insulin, has been washed and no signs of use.
I believe the question before us is clear then. Why did the killer have to shoot this dying man? What reason could he have had?
Very well, detective. Perhaps you can enlighten us as to the circumstance of the shooting?
Oh, yes, sir.
So he's going to do a testimony about the shooting? Circumstances.
Actually, the victim kind of ordered the defendant to do him in.
What?
A few days before it happened, the victim sent a letter ordering his own murder.
Oh, was that the note that was given to us?
The defendant did what was asked of him and shot the old man in the forehead. The bullet was fired from the pistol found at the scene, no doubt about it. And the pistol definitely belonged to the old man, sir.
So the letter, is this the letter? It seems fate's cock will make me wait a little longer, at least only less than 10 swift minutes remain. To all those who have supported me in life and work, I give a farewell. But this is him saying that, like, he doesn't want to die though, right? Maybe, I don't know.
And the pistol definitely belonged to the old man, sir.
This is insane. It feels so weird to be here.
What? You're saying the victim ordered his own shooting?
Those are the facts. I have a letter here in question.
To you I entrust the task of lowering my... Exactly. Oh, here we go. We can read it now. To you I entrust the task of lowering my life's curtain. Music's fantastic. Come on the 13th, 11:05 p.m. I will ready you with a gun in which you will shoot one shot, square in the forehead. You can refuse, and we both know the reason why. You can't refuse, and you both know the reason why. To Zach. Right. Okay.
Very well, unusual indeed. Although the court, could such a thing as a letter really cause up to pull a trigger, I wonder?
I believe the answer to that question can be found at the end of the letter.
You cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Detective Gumshoe, can you explain this to the court?
Unfortunately, even the defendant won't say a peep about that bit, sir.
One thing bothers me about this. Why didn't he just say 11? Why haven't come at 11:05 without some specific reason?
The devil is in the details, their attorney.
Well, was there some reason?
As it turns out, there was, every night for a half hour starting at 11 p.m.
Or 11 a.m. 11 p.m., I guess.
The victim, Magnifiu Grumry, was given an IV.
An IV?
There it is in the picture, off to the side of the bed. At 11, a doctor would come in and set up the IV. 30 minutes later, he would come back for an empty bag. That happened every night.
So that was the only time they could meet without the chance of an untimely interruption? During his IV?
Very well, shall we begin? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you would.
I hope you guys can understand. I'm trying to do like younger voices for everyone, like a slightly younger. What's the reason he couldn't refuse, I wonder? He couldn't have, he could have at least mentioned it to me. So let's see. Let's see what we got here. Actually, the victim is kind of ordered the defendant to do him in. Let's press this. We're playing as Phoenix, which is insane. Just because he got the letter doesn't mean he went through with it.
Oh, I disagree. The victim was indeed shot in the forehead after all, just as he had commanded.
It could be a setup, but let's not be in such a hurry. Maybe we should let the witness talk for a change.
Thanks, pal.
Well, I got you.
Fine, I can play it slow as well as I can play it fast. On with the testimony, Detective Gumshoe. A few days before it happened, the victim sent the letter ordering his own murder.
Let's press this as well. And this letter was sent by the victim?
There it is. Gotcha. You're on mine this time, pal. Wait, cause...
Huh?
I had the handwritten checked out. Of course, it's the victim, no mistake.
Ah, I see. Is it me or is Phoenix way more confident? It might just because this is like the Phoenix that like made a mistake here. His overconfidence made him make a mistake. That could be a possibility. I wonder. I didn't lose. I was just ascertaining the facts. I look at him and like Maya's not here. So Maya's not like, I know that like they had a big resolution with Maya at the end of Trials and Tribulations. And I understand that. I understand that she would want to move on with her life as well. But it's weird that she's not here. So why am I so annoyed?
But a letter ordering your own death? Things aren't what they used to be, I guess.
I'm not sure this is exactly a commonplace even now, Your Honor.
So anyway, guess I'll keep going while I'm ahead.
Yeah, you go, Gumshoe.
The defendant did what they asked him and shot the old man in the head.
So you have evidence of this? You have some evidence? How can you be so sure?
Hey, you gotta learn to stop relying on people to do your thinking for you, pal. Listen to your listen, don't think for yourself. Get that noggin cranking.
You fail to grasp the concept of questioning, Detective.
First, we got this letter. It says shoot in the forehead loud and clear.
I can see that, but the clown is also freaking shot, though. Like, there's 2 bullets here. The clown is shot in the head.
Well, maybe you need to grow yourself a backbone, pal. He has a vendetta here. He is vendetta Gumshoe.
You failed to grasp the concept of shooting people is bad, Detective.
We also found a defendant pistol at the scene. Traces of gunpowder residue show that it had been fired recently. Well, Mr. Wright, as far as I can tell from the looking at this photo, there seems to be no issue with the prosecution's claim.
If it's gunpowder, it could be that he shot the clown. That seems like an Ace Attorney thing. That seems like a very Ace Attorney thing. The photo, maybe there's something I can use. So they're saying the defendant shot the victim in the forehead. I think there's a hole in the prosecution's argument. Clearly, Mr. Egnimar... Okay, there we go. Shot something else. Yeah, the clown. There we go. Looking at this photo, another possibility occurs to me. What does the letter tell us? That defendant had a reason he couldn't refuse his teacher's wishes.
Bingo, pal. That's why the defendant popped him in the forehead.
Oh? The defense disagrees. You see, the defendant had another choice he could make.
Objection! What? And you could prove that with this photo?
Look at that. Look at that. I can prove he had a choice, yes.
The defendant might have fired like he was ordered, but he didn't shoot the victim's forehead. Let's hear what you think.
I know I'm trying to make his voice younger when he's like already old as heck. If he didn't shoot, he hit puberty at 85. He didn't shoot. Okay, I guess we're gonna pick this.
The clown doll?
Take a closer look. See? It's been shot in the forehead too.
Ah, there's a hole in its forehead.
Yes, and a hole in the prosecution's claim. And I suppose you have a reason why he'd shoot the clown doll? He didn't just shoot the doll, he shot the doll's forehead. His forehead? Let's read the orders once more, shall we? You will shoot one shot square in the forehead. He did it. He did it, which is exactly what he did. He shot the clown square in the forehead. It's so weird seeing this type of Phoenix, and so weird seeing Gumshoe's back again.
The defense has raised an intriguing possibility. That hole in the clown's forehead. It definitely looks like it was a shot. Bailiff, send someone to investigate the matter.
Oh, he still has the same moves. I'm impressed, but expect nothing less. Still, this doesn't mean he didn't shoot the victim.
Perhaps he did have to shoot the forehead as ordered. But the letter says nothing about whose forehead.
Jesus Christ. That is Ace Attorney logic, isn't it? That's some Ace Attorney logic and we love it.
This is the only way he had to follow his orders without taking a life.
The bullet hole in the clown's doll forehead doesn't demand explanation. It might very well be a clue, yet Prosecutor Gavin is right. It alone does not prove the defendant's innocence. You cannot say for sure the defendant didn't shoot the victim.
So sorry, Mr. Wright. How sad it is to see the mighty fall.
How sad is to see the novice overconfidence. He doesn't realize just how big this little hole is going to get. Same. You don't realize how big it's going to get for me. Detective Gumshoe,
please take this newfound fact into account as you continue your testimony.
I don't even get what that joke I just made was. So what if he shot the clown? He still shot the victim, pal. What do we even say about this? We could press it, I guess. So let me get this straight. You're saying my client first shot the clown, then shot the victim?
Hey, not a bad summary, pal.
More of a confirmation than a summary, but whatever.
That was really more of a confirmation than a summary. But our defense attorney seems pleased enough with himself.
Do these people ever miss a chance to mock me?
Well, Mr. Wright's gotten that out of his system. Shall we continue with the testimony?
I didn't have time to gather all the details before coming in here. This testimony might be my only source of information. Better pay attention and read this letter carefully. Okay, so read the letter carefully. So we pressed 1, 2, 3. I don't know what to... I guess we'll press 4 as well because I don't know what to present on the last one there. You mean this pistol, the one in the crime scene photo?
That's the one. It's a funny looking gun, so there's no mistaking it.
We compared the bullet taken from the victim's skull with the bullet fired from this gun. The rifling markings of the bullet were a perfect match.
So you verified the murder weapon, in other words?
You bet we did.
And the pistol definitely belonged to the old man, sir. Okay, so we... Yes, that didn't work. Why are you so certain?
What pile of sand has your head been stuck in all this time, pal? You never heard of Zach and Val's Quick Draw Show? I just got a notification on my phone that the next Genshin video was released. And I was like, what's that? And I was like, oh, it's just the next Genshin video.
What's that?
One of the furthest specialties.
Jesus, look at them. Look at them. Valent was a dreamboat. Valent was like Shawn Michaels' 1998 dreamboat. Zach and Valent stand on either side of a girl. Then they shoot. But the bullets don't hit her.
Instead, they hit everything else on stage. This was one of the pistols they used in the show. Got a great design, huh? The kids love it.
Many boys and girls joined the police because of that pistol I hear.
We really like it's like a flintlock. Right? You know, that would explain a lot about the police force.
Troop Grammary stopped doing that act a while ago. The old man headed to that pistol ever since. The court would like to see the pistol in question.
Okay, so it's going to add it to the record.
You got it, so here it is.
Well, this is truly a blast from the past. Oh, okay. Maybe this actually is a good way of doing this.
It's a stage pistol for magic show, see? But it can fire real bullets. It looks so much bigger in real life than on TV. You can only hold one round. By the way, the pistol's
It can only hold one round. So we present this on the 6th one.
By the way, the pistol's firing chamber is empty. And it shows traces of having been fired recently.
So were any fingerprints found in the gun?
Unfortunately, no. Of course, the defendant is known for wearing gloves. We might say the lack of fingerprints is, in fact, a fingerprint of its own.
Ah, intriguing point, well made.
Whoa, not well made, not intriguing.
In any case, the court accepts this evidence.
So that's why we presented the 6th one. Okay, that makes sense now.
My grandchild would get a kick out of seeing this. But now it's time to return to our testimony.
Every time he opens, his best moments are when, yeah, we present on this. His best moments are when he makes himself more human, the judge. Objection! I wish he would do it more. The trickiest case often seems the simplest. Prosecutor Gavin, you missed a bullet hole in the clown's forehead. If you hadn't missed that, you might have come to a very different conclusion. Understand?
Yeah, but like I just said, pal, after he shot the clown in the forehead, he went and
Objection! Again, get him again. Did nothing of the sort to the victim. The pistol proves he could not.
The murder weapon? How?
It's quite simple, Your Honor. This pistol only holds one bullet at a time. If he had shot the clown in the forehead, he couldn't have shot the victim too.
Ah!
That's not a contradiction, not even close. All he had to do was reload the pistol after the first shot. Oh? Where did he get the extra bullet? They're not so easy to come by, you know? If you claim the defendant had one ready, then prove it to us how he got it.
I had a feeling this wasn't over yet. No, this party's just getting started. I haven't proven anything yet beyond my good looks and startling record sales.
And utter lack of humility.
What's this? It seems that the prosecution has another witness prepared. Wait, what?
Like I said, Detective, it was just a warm-up act.
Ugh. Now that the audience has gotten a taste of what's to come, they're ready.
Ready for what?
For my decisive witness, of course. A witness who you'll find can prove one thing for us. That it was Zach Grammery who shot the victim in the forehead.
Who's the witness? Who's the witness?
Very well. We will pause for a 15-minute recess.
This might be my lucky break. I'll need that 15 minutes to talk to my client, Zach.
Courtroom is adjourned.
To be continued already? Okay, I guess that's a good place to end the video, guys. We are in a Phoenix Wright territory, in a new world with Phoenix. I'm kind of scared, but at the same time, I'm so excited to see more of these characters that I've loved for years and years. Yeah, it's exciting. We're going to get some backstory here, finally. Thank you to TIE-Firer2, Jamie Bull, Janet Banana, Normal Kara, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, George Candelaria, Eskun, Yule, Radish, Fruity, Orange Bang, Summer Oasis, Death Trap, Anusa, Ciabatta Bread, and Malcolm Kunde. And I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.